Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I will be your cameraman and one of your casters for today. And I do have a co-caster with me, a legendary caster himself, a blast from the past and current, Infested Soul. How you doing?
Yo, man, I'm having a really good evening. I'm so glad I got in on this one again, MK. I'm so excited to be here for this match. It's Polarity versus Exodial, if I remember correct. I'm excited to be here for this one. I do not know if you would tell the audience, though, what the standings of these two teams may be.
If I remember correctly, I think they're both 2 and 2. If I remember correctly, it's really hard to tell because it goes by a different scoring system. It doesn't show their actual records. So we'd have to do a little bit of digging to get the exact record of each team. But I do know that I'm pretty sure they're both 2 and 2, so whoever loses here would definitely be out of a shot of those playoffs. I'm pretty sure 4 and 2 will make it in for some Infested, but not everybody.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, both these teams are clawing, trying to get out of the hole, trying to get out of that dangerous ditch. You're going to get left behind. This is an exciting matchup between these two then. Is this going to be on a centralized one-game server tonight?
Yes, it's going to be, but it looks a little bit favored for Polarity, I would say. Adam in the green. I'm not quite sure who the smiley face is, but whoever the smiley face is.
That is Lawnmower.
That is Lawnmower? I wasn't sure if that was Lawnmower or not.
Your mom's car.
And followed up by your mom's car. But it's gonna be another Swiss tournament match 3, Exodial versus Polarity, and we're going live Infested. The opening hit's gonna be a Boomer, Charger, Hunter, Smoker. The Charger gets melted, Infested with a 3-boom, and then the Hunter's gonna die at the end. And we got an early tank here, Infested. We're not gonna see it down in the open area. It's gonna be close quarters.
Wait, early tank as in like it's gonna be just a little bit here, right? Like they're gonna be taking this tank in this next like kind of probably roomish kind of area.
Look at those commons get stuck up top, which means they can't spawn the tank, which means they get another SI hit.
Yes, we're getting a full hit.
Oh, the Charger hits!
Guys, hit!
1 slam, 2
Another
slams,
big Boomer.
3
this
slams.
Big Boomer again by Polarity.
All right, we'll
slowing down Exodial.
Let's do a roster rundown. I'll do Exodial. Exodial, we got Sync, 1111, and Zen. And why don't you take Polarity away?
For Polarity, we're going to have Adam, we're going to have Acer, Comment, and Lawnmower here, with the first tank of the game going to be in the hands of Adam. We have a Smoker, already pre-spawned. Boomer trying to get in here, gonna land just a single onto Rochelle. That's gonna be them cycling the hit as the tank's looking for a proper position.
All right. He is. There'll be a lot of comment coming in still.
Looks like they might be going with that tri-cap situation coming up soon, possibly.
Yep, tank's repositioning. It looks like he wants to drop in from the top here, Infested.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Look at him. This is smart. Can he actually? He could make that jump, just like that other custom map. If he were to do that sort of a thing.
Yeah,
I see where he's coming from too, actually.
I'm surprised he didn't go all the way up top, though. He could take a little bit of chip this way and drop in the back balcony, but he wants to drop in the front here. He's going to commit with a Charger, Jockey, and a Boomer. It's not the best set of spawns here.
Boomer here. That's going to make things interesting.
All right, Adam.
Getting the first punch. Going to lead to a corner. Oh, but he's actually switching targets, and it's leading to a big double. It's coming in. But it's actually, it got dissolved pretty fast. So, Exodial with a single down and one guy also getting slow beat up is going to keep on keeping on. Just enough sets of pills to keep them running, MK.
Yeah, they're going to be fast. They did take a lot of damage. They still have a little bit more than 400 bonus. Adam's tank did good damage, though, Infested. It isn't the wipe that they were looking for, and I think Exodial has a chance to put their stamp on their survivor side here. But they're setting spawns in quickly. Hunter coming from behind, gets shut down. Smoker from the front. They get a little free spit damage, but that's going to be spawns, and they're going to be able to take this choke point uncontested here, Infested.
They're still fast, my friend. They're still fast. There's no reason not to go-go. No reason not to go-go.
They're going so fast. The
Oh,
jockey
sending-
almost got
oh.
him. Did you see that?
I saw that. He got a scratch in even. He got a scratch in. But the hits gotta be up and ready when he despawns. They go too fast, or I was gonna slow disaster. They're going. Hunter gets killed. Jockey just gets to spawn in. Boomer from the late is gonna get a single boomer in the late boom, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Whoa! They get another boomer out of that. Maybe slowing down a bit. Looks like it might be a Spitzer tri-cap coming.
Yes,
That might be the last hit of the map.
I think they're gonna get two. They're slow. They still gotta go around the corner, around the car alarm. If they send
are
it
they
quick,
finally slow?
if
Yeah, they
hit,
are finally slow.
yeah, that's gonna cause at least 2 more hits here if they could capitalize and go quick. But they have a good set of spawns. No, they're gonna send it. The smoker gets to pull it back. The charger misses. There's still Hunter can land. No.
Nothing left.
Nice ski coming out there by Weo. Weo. I think it's Weo, right? Weo.
Maybe Leo.
Yeah. Weo shuts down Lawnmower's Hunter. And now they're going to be able to push out to the alley. And since the tank has died, they've only managed to lose 80 of their bonus. Let's see how much they can walk in with these final set of spawns. Jockey, Boomer, Charger, Spinner.
They're just under a third of the bonus so far. Ooh, Hit's finally trying to get in there, but not fast enough. Only the jockey's gonna land for just a moment on the health bonus itself, which will drag the bonus at a final moment down to 292.
That jockey did actually a lot of damage in the safe room, believe it or not.
He did 30 damage.
Yeah, I was going to say. So his jockey sneaks in
Wow.
there. Not Adam. I think it was Adam's jockey, actually, that got in there. But all right, Exodial survives map 1. Good showing by them so far. Now it's going to be Polarity's turn to go as survivor. Now it's going to come down to this early tank here. If Polarity falls to this early tank, they're going to be digging out of a hole here early Infested. And right now the bets are favored in Polarity.
That tank is scary though, my dude. Like, you're in a very confined sets of rooms. You never know where someone might be trying to gamble for a sneak-in spawn, and you might just give it up by like trying to like get a little extra damage on the tank as he's going for your friend, you know? And then you give up that little boomer spawn in the room you weren't thinking about, and then your whole team is just like wearing an egg on their face. Those sorts of things can happen in that like area because there's so many multiple rooms, and you can't cover them all the whole time usually, unless you're sitting in like the perfect location.
Now, tank usually gets his corner before he gets under 4,500 HP. Usually,
Yeah,
get a
and
corner.
that's also the scary part of that one.
Boomer rockets in. Boomer gets popped. Doesn't land on anything. Charger comes in very late. Doesn't find nothing either. Hunter lands for 1 damage, and that's all there's gonna be. That's gonna be a very nice take by Polarity before tank. No, nothing lands.
Weapons here.
That Boomer not landing was devastating. They really needed that boom to land.
When did it die? That's even the bigger question, honestly.
It was
They have this room.
It was M2'd and popped, but we do have the first tank
Where
of the
is
game for Exodial in the hands of Zen. Let's see what he could do for his team as we have a Boomer, Charger, and a Jockey. Let's see if they sack any of these spawns.
They sacked the boomer. It died fast. Less
Interesting.
Yeah, they're just maybe going for the tri-cap. Let it go by itself.
I thought maybe you throw everything in and try to land a boom and then rotate your sack order one more time. They had plenty of time, but now it's going to be whatever Wheel gets, but they might have to sack if it's a smoker. I think they want a Hunter here Infested. I think it's Hunter, Jockey. Yeah, I think that's it.
They did get it, though. So this is
Everybody's
good.
5 punches. They get no damage. Remember that.
Okay, that is a big deal, for sure. The stumbles, though, could also be a big deal. If it comes in the tank and he finally gets that corner, you never know what this hit could do.
All right, the tank rolls his way in. He does get his first punch early. He's down to 3,500 HP. Gets punch again. He's down to 2,500. He's down to 1,500 on his third punch. He gets his fourth punch at 1,000. The Charger lands.
Man.
The Hunter lands. It's only the Jockey left. Can he kill the tank? Oh, he jukes the tank.
Not.
Oh, it's a wipe. They get
It's
wiped.
a wipe.
Oh, no. Huge start for Exodial. They're going to get the wipe, but they're going to jump in the lead. 750 points almost.
Wow, that is true. 750 almost for a lead. Going into map 2. That tank. That was scary. They got the hit. The tank got the corner, and as he was about to start getting close to getting that final down, it came in. And those two that were like away from the tank, they couldn't handle those spawns, man. It just overwhelmed them.
No, but one thing we do need to note here is that this match is nowhere close to over. We have 2 more chapters at 700 distance, which is 1,400 points in bonus on top of that, plus the finale worth
Wow.
800 distance. So
Really, that is
700
a
points.
lot of points to throw around.
Yeah, 700, it does not really mean a lot. I mean, it was an early tank, kind of like, let's call it a dead center 1. Say if you get wiped early at a dead center tank, usually you'll see this deficit early. But
So
with
this...
they could go any way. There's another early tank infested.
That's what I'm going to say. That's just what I was going to say. So you're saying this other early tank, this map is worth basically the same as the last map.
Worth way more. Last map was only 500. This one's 700.
Oh, wow.
And then third map's
Okay.
going to be 700. And remember, always the distance, multiply by 2 to get your bonus. So that's 1,400 in bonus on both chapters, and a 1,600 bonus finale.
We're going to have, if we want a close game, we're going to have to hope for a wipe. But if you're in favor of Exodial, you are set right now. You got to coast. You got to just survive.
Yep.
This is looking good for them.
Oh, the smoker gets melted. Hunter gets skeeted. Exodial, huge start to this map. They do get a separation on one survivor. They get a boomer proxy. It's going to be a quad sack before tank. Not bad. And Rochelle is getting beat to crap outside. Rochelle is down to 86 HP already. And no cappers landed.
Hey, watch out!
Yeah, the spit, I guess, just like...
The separation. They separated them, and there was a 1 boom outside with no melee weapon, and we've all been in that situation. It doesn't feel good.
That's all it did. Yeah, she had no melee. That's all it did. Just separated her element. She just like got swarmed.
And
It
they
was
have
bad.
They have time to set up spawns for this quad incoming. This is going to be a big quad. We should see the hit on the transition outside. Nice separation on the infected. The hunter is not able to find his spawn. He's a little late here. All right, the hunter finally gets a position.
They still have it in time, it looks like. This smoker pulling forward might be like risky, but huge. Huge if it doesn't take too much damage and they can get in time.
And here they go. Quad incoming. The smoker lands. Oh, it gets clear. 2 charge, though.
You're going to have a bit of damage coming out just because of the whole thing going on. EXO is about half health now off of that. In fact, 3 members of Exodial are all kind of hovering around that half health mark, give or take.
It wasn't a wipe that they wanted, but man, did it decimate the bonus. About 22% of their bonus went off of that.
Hands of comment for Polarity.
Yep.
He's got a car.
We see a lot of tactics here infested for people to try to push pressure on this tank, and then as soon as they know it's second pass, run back and AI it into the safe room. But they didn't trigger the car alarm, so that might come into play depending on what Exodial chooses to do here. As the boomer spawns in the back, gets popped, and now Jockey Charger. Rockets hit, the Charger does land! No slam, though, and now the Jockey's going to hold. Yep. Jockey's going to get a scratch. I don't know about the sack order there, infested. What do you think?
I'm just watching this tank right now, but yeah, that sack order, like, a little scary. I guess the boomer dying first, they might get another, they might honestly get another boomer, but that'd be also still unlikely.
Should be a retro, a hit. Yep, indeed.
We got another boomer.
Yeah, yep. Retro. Now he's going to go AI if they run back. All Exodial has to do is retreat, and this tank is nothing. And 3 of his teammates want to do that. One of them doesn't. They're missing the call here. Oh, no, this is going to be AI unless they stop him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is going to be AI. And they're looking up. They want to kill this boomer. Oh, Bull is going in. A huge triple boom. It's going to land, but it might still not stop. Oh, the bow just long enough in order to keep the guy downstairs. He's going to eat kills, so he's going to be a hard takedown. But he is going to be cornered by Comet in a huge double boom on those 2 that are still up. It's going to be spelling disaster and slowing them down for what might be a second corner. Charger is spawning up, but it's going to miss. Tank is about 1/3 of his HP.
Oh, he gets the double!
Oh my lord!
It's going to be a wipe!
It is a wipe!
Oh my god.
Wow! That boomer was clutch. The smoker and boomer working together there on the choke point. It was so awesome watch it happen. Yes.
The one player from Exodial chose to stay and chip the tank, and he caused his team to die because of it. Not able to retreat in AI the tank. The call was right, but not everybody was on board Infested, and that's the result. Everybody died.
Dang, so close too.
He got the
They
first in
almost
cap at
still-
5k health still at his first in cap. So much health to have. Oh, the hunter does land. They're gonna get an early pound spit, but the spitter wasn't ready.
Oh no. They're also gonna go for a quad on their second hit.
Yeah, the attack was a little staggered. I mean, the hunter landed, but the spitter was not ready for it. A little misplay by the Infected, but I think right now the momentum is kind of with Polarity because their Exodial is feeling the effects of the wipe, and they might be down a little bit on the morale. And that can carry over to Infected play Infested. Let's see if they can bang out of it with this quad attempt.
This quad still, honestly, could be huge. Where's Smoker going? Smoker's always the most fragile one you gotta, like, pay attention to.
I don't see him. Oh, he's gonna come from the back. Okay, it's a good spot. I think I might like one spawn from the front, like maybe the jockey, but they're gonna rocket everything off the top. Not a terrible decision. Here it is. This is gonna be the quad attempt. The Charger rockets in. They hide in the room.
Two going in the room. I was thinking that myself. Those two going in the room. They're sacrificing a little bit of health on their friends, but all in all, they 100% avoided any like chance of the quad really landing.
I like the
pinning
call.
themselves in that choke point.
It's a good call. I liked it. That's a very good call. They lose 13% of the bonus in 2 hits Infested, and now it's the second time for Exodial in hands of quad ones.
Quad one.
Or 11-11, whatever you want to call it. And he's going to bring his cop car into play. And actually, while we sit here and wait for him to bring his toys into play, we saw someone in a tournament match hit the Hollister, and a survivor was in front of it and launched him into that room and in-capped him.
No way. I never saw that.
Yeah, we got it. Clip Charger goes in, though. Charger misses. Boomer for the back. Gets popped. Jockey tries to intervene lately, and now just jumping around like a fool.
Hittables are everywhere, my dude.
They need to push
Hittables
him.
are everywhere, but I don't think the Hittables can get inside of that building, can they?
No, and they're going to push him. This is a great
Oh, they
call.
are pushing him. They are pushing him. He is all alone right now. He's at half his HP. Oh my God, he's hiding. He's hiding. He's gonna be at a third. It's finally spawning up a quarter. He's gonna get a punch. That's gonna be it. It's a punch.
Oh my
Going
goodness.
in. Oh my Lord, they have so much health. They're running. They're running.
Huge misplay by the special that affected there, leaving their tank up to dry. The tank didn't have a ladder to escape in the back alley. It put himself in a corner, and it ended up in his death. He got one punch, managed to salvage out of it, but the bonus on Polarity Infested. They're about to take a lead of the same amount of points they were down in the first map.
That is very true. It very well could be true. The other team has about 3 or 4 more hits though left in them, right? You never know what might happen here.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, beautiful.
Ooh, but
speed.
everything getting shut down here this time.
Quad sec.
Gonna open that door. They're gonna start this event no problem. But that being said, during the event, as they're going to touch that button, there is a quad about to be afoot again.
Yep, this is big. If they don't get the wipe here, they need to do at least 25 to 30% of the damage here off of that bonus. It must land. They're not in the best of spots right now. They need to make sure they split.
All the hordes coming from behind right now, my dude. This is really in favor for Polarity, actually. Why is all the horde coming from behind?
What the
It's
heck?
coming in. Charter just completely, like, hits itself. You see that?
He just fell down and charged into the sandbags. Exodial's in a little disarray, I would say.
Oh
at the
no,
moment.
oh no.
And they're down to one more hit. This is going to be the last hit they get, I think. Maybe they can squeeze 2 out of it. No, this is definitely the last hit. And it's going to be a 2-2 since that was a quad attempt. They have the hunter and jockey for the cappers. That's it. This is going to be it.
There's probably last hit.
Boomer gets nothing.
They're gonna, oh my God.
Hunter and Spitter go, and I think Exodial's, the wheels are falling off.
They got over a K bonus.
They're going to walk in with this, and I think they're going to take the lead by more than they were down. This is going to be a tremendous lead. They were down
Whoa,
700. They're going to go.
Serious?
They get
Wait. You're gonna tell me they're gonna flip the script right now? Like legit, like not even a meme? They're gonna flip the script.
Yep. Boomer does land unless they can do damage, but they don't have a spitter. Smoker gets the pull.
Getting destroyed. Boomer's gonna pop on a guy, but it's also gonna pop on the charger. Makes it so he can't get in time. He doesn't have a chance. They're going in, they're waddling in. They don't have to even like. They have nothing to worry about on that.
And Polarity will make the safe room with a 1,820 point chapter score. And they have just made their campaign score 1867 to Exodial's at 967.
So a 900 point exact differential now between the teams from map 1 into map 2, now from map 2 into map B. That's crazy.
Amazing. I cannot believe that happened.
What was it? What was like? You said it was like a 700 difference before. Now it's a 900 difference. You were right. You're actually right. They did flip the entire script in one map.
But now look at the circumstances. Again, there's that early tank infested.
And it's 200 points. Only two. Well, no, I'm sorry, not 200. 900 points separating the two teams. You're right. But it's with that early tank. Like, the points in terms of bonus are the same. They could do the exact same thing again. Imagine now. I don't even know, but imagine Polarity getting wiped here and EXO doing the exact same thing.
It's crazy.
I would literally lose my mind. I actually would literally lose my mind if it happened again.
The only thing that's against them is it's not quite easy to get a wipe with this early tank. It's really driven on support. Tanks should be melted coming down the corridor where they're going to fight it in the construction area, right in the room after the cubicles. So they have plenty of room to focus this tank down before it goes. But right now we're going to ready up. We have a tri-cap with Boom, no spitter, and there's going to be no jockey. They're going to send spawns fast. Smoker gets a pull. The Charger misses. The Hunter eventually finds a target, and it looks like the Hunter and Charger die first. That's a great sack order, though. They're going to have a tri-cap with spit, no Smoker, and that's the best hit you can get infested. That was a great job by Exodial recuperating after the last chapter.
Yeah, and that Boomer is definitely like. The triple, it didn't slow him down too much, but the good, as you said, good sack orders. They're definitely going to have that tri-cat with that spit coming up here.
A lot of commons coming right now. Infested being very patient here, Infested. I thought they would try to capitalize on this with the commons coming.
It looks like Polarity actually stopped themselves in their own tracks. They could have run up to where the hit is, honestly, but they actually just started holding out and killing zombies. They didn't want to go forward any farther.
They now have a pre-spawn jockey and Hunter making noise. Oh, now they know where the Charger is. This is going to be difficult now to land.
Yeah, everything spawned right in that, hovering in that area. They know where the entire hit's coming from. They know. Oh, Charger still almost does land, but not quite.
Now that's going to be minimal damage onto Polarity. They're going to hold on to 1445 on their bonus before they do spawn tank. So they've managed to only lose about 7% of their bonus. A little less than that, actually. Nice cheeky Boomer spawn, but not going to capitalize on it. It's unfortunate for 11-11. That was a beautiful Boomer spawn there, Infested, but the survivors just didn't back into it.
I did see that. If they would have aggressively wanted to go back to safety, they would have ran right into him. That was to credit to the Boomer. It was a very scary possibility.
Third tank of the game for Exodial in the hands of Woe. Now, one thing that we have to focus here is that they got their sack order they wanted, so they're going to have exactly the good set of spawns that they need, but it's going to be very difficult because he's going to get shot to hell. And they're only going to shoot with 2 survivors. Interesting. And not Uzi. Oh, they have 2 Uzis. Never mind. Tank's committing. Take it away, Infested.
Oh, man. The Hunter's going to come from right behind the tank. I don't know when he's going to hit, though. Tank's going to finally get a corner on the coach, pulling him towards Hunter, but he's going to have the full down before the hit's going to come in. Hit's finally coming in. Jockey down first. Hunter down second. Charger down third. Every single survivor is standing. Nobody seemed to really actually get capped during the tank fight other than Comet
Yeah,
who got
please.
cornered.
You want to leave me with those
No,
two?
I would have to say that
You all right, you're
before
welcome.
the special infected committed to support the tank, they did a phenomenal job on pre-spawning, took 2 guns off the tank to help him get his in-cap with more than 1,000 HP, but they just weren't able to capitalize with their special infected afterwards. And now they're going to have 1,061 bonus with the hit coming in. Jockey lives, he takes him around the corner, and Coach runs through the spit, and that's pretty decent damage there, Infested. They take it down to 1,000 even.
A little bit of here and there, a little bit of damage here and there. But I was so excited if that smoker would have been able to have pulled Coach before getting that clear. Because I don't know if he can actually shoot through that wall. That spit block that Coach ran through, I think, was the key to saving that hit from being a massive hit instead of just a decent one.
Hunter's going to pre-spawn. They do have tri-cap with Boom. The Charger lands a 2 charge with the Hunter!
This is huge! This is huge! Hunter, land on that guy, quick! No! Oh my god, if he could have covered that Charger! If he could have covered that Charger!
He goes for the wrong target.
Acer almost was going down if he would have got that guy right away.
If he would have pounced the other guy who was trying to clear, it would have been so much better for Exodial, but again, it's great. It's easy for us from the casting chair to call it like we see it, but maybe he just didn't see it. But the event started, Jockey Charger, Smoker, Spitter. It's going to be hard to get some damage out here in the open with 750 points left, Infested.
Got a Smoker up above, maybe gonna pull Rochelle here. That'd be the good target, I believe. Oh no, she's gonna start taking people out. Yeah, she's shooting them from above. There's nothing you can do about her.
Oh, and the Smoker and Spitter die off last, so they're going to have a tri-cap with Boom, no Smoker. And I don't think you wanted to kill off that Spitter. I think you want to keep that Spitter alive the rest. Oh, wait, never mind. They get another hit, so. What do I know, Infested? I forgot.
Honestly though, even still, to your point, accredited, like, Spitter might just be good here because it's holdouts and stuff. Get some guys getting some caps while they're standing still. Just gonna spit for some easy damage.
And they die in the wrong order.
Especially when they're standing still like that, Boomer's not gonna make them afraid. They don't have to go anywhere. So just get some spit damage. Yeah.
Charger and the Boom and the Spitter are not going to be included in the next hit. They'll have spit tri-cap but no charge. Unfortunately, the Charger went in like.
This is last hit,
last.
right? This is absolutely last hit of the map.
No, they'll take 2 more. 2 more hits.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you know, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Smoker tries to get a separated survivor, not able to get it. Hunter lands in the front though. They'll get the spit, but
Barely
only for 1 ding because of a Weary Ellis does the spit block. Good job by him. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but they only lose 23 points because of it. Infested, they're still healthy.
They looks like one of them was searching for pills still. Like they've only found one of the sets of pills on the map, maybe. If that even. One of them was checking in rooms still, as they're like had free time.
Interesting choice to go here, though. I mean, they get comments slow, so I don't know if they'll have all spawns up before they can go up the big ladder at the end. It's gonna be close.
Oh! Oh, sneaky! Look at this play! They kept Rochelle on the bottom as the shotgun, as the other people also still went around, and they're covering everybody from 2 different angles.
Interesting call to send the Hunter from the bottom. They don't try to get any in-cap. Oh, the Jockey gets shut down.
Oh, they're getting in, man. They're getting in. And they still have 2 people in Mega Green. This is actually another really good map by Polarity. After falling into the tank early, Polarity is like stumbling through the gates, has now like gotten a major hold on this game, gotten steady footing.
No, but one thing that we can note here is that it is absolutely, if you would have told me that Polarity only had 47 points for map 1 and they would have 3,155 points after 2 more chapters, I would have called you a liar. Because that points are amazing. The Charger rockets in. It does land a double.
If only
if they went for the other target.
Man.
You see
if
that?
only. I did see that. If they would have covered the Charger just long enough, and then that elevator door closes, you can't clear that. It would have been disgusting to watch happen. But luckily, Exodial gets the clears in the nick of time. And they are running. They are not holding their pace. They are running as fast as they can, trying to get through this choke point. Charger's gonna come from the back. Hunter's here. She's gonna get sandwiched, but she's gonna kill them both with a little bit of help from her teammate Ellis. They are on the move again, MK. They are not stopping for nothing. They just blitzkrieg through the beginning of that map.
And this will be the third tank of the game for Polarity in the hands of Lawnmower. A wipe here will pretty much guarantee, I think, the victory. Smoker gets a pull, gets cleared right away. Boomer looks like it's going to go in for a sack as well with that Smoker. Boomer misspawns, gets popped. Looks like he tried to go at the same time, but he was a little too close to one survivor. And now they'll get a Hunter and Charger in, and good sack order, and we should see the tank run in.
Yeah, that's probably the ideal plan here.
3 survivors are 4 punches, and Zen is going to be the only one remaining 3. They have 2 Uzis up front, 2 shotguns in the back. They're not going to go with the 3 Uzis. Chip down.
Here they come.
All right. He's down 1,500 already.
3/4. You know, 3/4 HP left.
Oh, he kills his
Killing the
support.
Hunter. No good, no bueno. They're sending the hit.
It's like only the jockeys in
He's
the
getting
land.
a single down out of this. He's getting a single down out of this. Not gonna land the rock either. He's going in.
It's a pretty standard tank commit. Exodial still holding on to the 1,071 bonus. They can break into the Delta if they can keep this score here Infested, but they have a lot of map to go through and an event.
Yeah, this is still gonna be scary for quite a few hits. That is gonna help them though. What a bold tank is pushing that Boomer out of the way.
Nice skeet coming out there by Zen and Leo.
They are on the move, MK. They shut down that hit. 0 damage, I think.
I think there was just one. No, they did take a little bit. They went from 1071 to 1058, but I think they'll be content with losing about 15 points per hit. That's definitely a win-win in my book. All right, now they have Tri-Cap with Boom. No Smoker to
They're
assist.
backing up. They're backing up. They
Great
heard the
call.
spawn. Oh, it's still a big Boomer. Boomer almost anticipated it somehow. But good double boom, but the rest of the hits sadly not landing because they were the ones chasing. And so they are going to be at event, taking it the back way. That's an interesting move.
Yeah, that's like 2 hits they've only lost 30 bonus from. That's very respectable by Exodial. They're gonna have to keep this up though. They'll have to take at least 2 more hits before they can advance.
And we're gonna have a hit. It's going to be a tri-cap with a spitter. It looks like Smoker Charger on her, and it is going in on her, trying to show a little bit of a distraction. So the Charger is gonna get annihilated while falling through the air.
Again,
Nothing landing though.
again, another hit. Look at their health, still 1,008. They took 3 hits and lost less than 70 bonus.
Oh, you're right. They still have a little less than double Polarity's points for this map in terms of bonus. What is this? 3 more hits on the map or 4?
Probably,
This
I
is
would
crazy.
say
This is
range
crazy.
of 4, but they're not gonna have a good hit here. They might
They're
just stack the
definitely
boom.
not having a good hit here.
They might just
Yeah.
stack the boom. Yeah, they got. I think they got a spitter. If they, it might be a quad.
You could tell me that Exodial is going to have like 300-point win this map, and honestly, you might not be wrong. I don't know what's actually going to transpire, but they could easily go up, catch up by 300 points this map with the way this is going.
Reloading.
No, it's gonna be a quad. I think this is in favor of actually the survivors.
This is still scary though. Any quad is scary, but you might be right with nothing else here to really get extra damage. Oh, they're gonna get the fast clears. They are gonna get the fast clears. A little bit of a delay because of Nick having to fall down, but the fast clears are still beneficial for Exodial, and their health is still way above what Polarity took home.
Actually, it's
841.
yeah, 841.
A little less than 300 down. 260.
The Silver goes in, gets pop. Hunter looks like he wants to come around for a pound spit. Eight is coming, so is the Charger.
This
Another
is big.
ski
This is
going
big.
out. Oh, that's damage on the row.
Oh,
A
she is
lot
eating
of
a bunch
damage.
Somehow the spit was still creeping in on her while she was on the railing. Very lucky break, I would actually say, for Team Polarity. But you take them, I guess. You take them. Very unlucky break for Exodial, but that spit somehow creeping everywhere possible.
Suddenly, the points they were going to make up doesn't even look like it's going to be enough. I mean, they're already down to now, right now. If they made it in, it's only about, what, 100 points? Yeah.
Yeah, 140 right now.
And now Jockey and Smoker try to go on the back two. Don't get it. It's more bonus gone. They might be able to make
Now
safe
it is
room.
about, yeah, now it is about 100 difference. Wow. Yeah, all of these tight corridors with the spitters are disgusting. They're vaporizing the health bonus. And one last desperation hits coming in here from Polarity, but they're not really have the time to land anything.
All right, they figured it out. They'll make it in the safe room. They'll win the round, but not by much. They'll walk in with 1380, 108 points.
Just about 100 points difference.
Yeah, each, wow.
900 points, once again, separating the two teams.
Don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if they'll have enough. If we do simple math, 800 is making the safe room, and you'll get at least, was it 388 points to the first tank. So Polarity's going to have at least an additional 300 points on top of what they have right now, minimum. So if they can wipe with the early tank, they're going to have to make safe room with about 400 bonus.
Dang!
And killing 2 tanks is quite a tall glass to fill. Especially when the tank is pretty much in, not close quarters infested, but reasonably close.
No, I feel you, my dude. I understand. It's scary.
Like, the Smoker doesn't even really need to land. It just needs to grab for a split second to pull him into the pool. And then it's easy corner.
This is like almost one of those desperation, like, you hope you get a death charge moments, even though that's, like, never supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's possible too. I mean, right now there's not favorable spawns for the Infected, having the Hunter Jockey 2-2. I think they should go immediately, like as soon as the doors open. Like now, they already need to be going. I think they're waiting too long.
And they're taking their sweet time, yeah.
Yep, they just want to make sure the Hunter and Spitter need to die first. A lot of baiting going on here. All right, they now know where the Hunter is. All right, they now know where the Jockey is.
Lots of bait. Here it comes. Oh, and it's a big one.
Good attack for a 2-2. Not too bad. I mean, the stack order was a little jank. So, I mean, that's great damage. 4% from the 2-2.
Reloading.
It's actually 19, a little bit more than 19 damage. Was that 23 to be exact? Not bad for a 2-2. And their sack order will get them a tri-cap and boom, no jockey. They do have a possibility of a death charge, but it is very hard to land this infested. Very difficult. See if they can capitalize. Maybe that smoke. Yeah, they're not even going for it. They're just going for damage, it looks like. But they don't have a spitter. Questionable call, not even a try.
Oh no, Charter's never gonna land there.
No.
Way too early, way too early.
And that'll be a clean shutdown. They lost 0.1 from that hit. They'll be able to go trigger the event, get that started. And all right. Spawns are up. 2-2. Charger jockey for the cappers. And it looks like they're going to hit on the transition upstairs. It looks like that's what the infected want to do.
Yeah, they're all hiding up there. And watch the survivors. Look, they're probably not even moving.
Nope, they're going to wait there. This is all time passing. They'll be content with this. The longer this waits, the less opportunity for damage they'll get. Oh, the Charger misses his rocket. And now he has to walk it in, gets melted.
Oh no! Almost everything completely misses its mark.
Jockey's the only one able to help a little bit. Does some more damage to Atom, takes him down to 68 HP. Comet sitting at a comfortable 89. Acer more comfortable, 96. And of course, Lawnmower hogging all the HP with a back earthy 100 infested.
Dang. We are going to be seeing another triple cap with the boomer this time.
Hunter does land again. Charger does land. Won't get a slam though, but cappers are landing, but just clears are good. Adam suffers a little bit more. He did hit the Charger, goes down to 55 HP. Comet loses 1. And Acer loses 1 too.
All right, they're moving their way towards where probably the tank fight is where they're going to have occur here. This is typically where everyone's taking it.
It's a pretty standard tank fight area. Pretty safe. Well, the safest anyways. It's probably the most advantageous to the survivors. As we have the 4th tank of the game for Exodial in the hands of Zinc. Or Zik. No N in there. And he's jumping backwards, going over to his COVID ball, and he has guns on him during the transition. 60 health.
You gotta be careful with this thing.
Yep. We saw Tank Insta die, and he did it to himself too!
It happened! It happened! No! No!
He got too
I
close.
literally, I can smell it. I can smell it. I can't believe it happened though.
Oh man, that one's gonna go in the blooper reel for the end of the tournament. I'll tell you that right there. Someone's gonna clip that. Appreciate whoever does. Post it right away. But it does happen when you get aggressive with that COVID ball, get pushed out of the map. Now they're gonna go in with 3. Looks like they're just gonna finish the infected round off. Oh no, they're just gonna leave. They're not even gonna finish it out.
Dang. GG. Heartbreaking ending.
They do gotta wait for all of them to leave.
Hey, give me a hand.
The wind pushed them off. So if you're dancing, the wind will push you off.
Hey, over here.
But that will be Polarity getting the victory over Exodial with a campaign score of 3,635 to Exodial's 2,346.